What's up, guys? Today we have a little bit different of a video. We're gonna do a 1 year deep dive reflection on my YouTube journey. It is now January 2025, started it December 2024. Here we are with 94 videos, 127 shorts, over 3,000 subscribers. Thank you all. I want to make this video so we can reflect on the past year. Also, maybe it might be inspirational. It might help people out who are looking to start their YouTube channel, things that work, things that don't work, how I've grown as a channel, how I've grown as a person, things I've learned to help me improve making my videos. And maybe you can use some of this information to help fast forward your YouTube journey so you can learn from my mistakes. Also, we can touch base on what it's like to be monetized and how much money I've made in the past 7 months, 6 months of being monetized. So I originally created my YouTube channel after many of my friends have told me, Zach, hey, you're all over social media, you should make a YouTube channel. So I was moving to Tijuana from San Diego, and I thought, hey, what better time than now to start my YouTube channel? Tijuana is kind of an unorthodox place for someone to move to, an American to move to if they don't have friends or family, or they're not even from like Southern California and don't have that much experience with Mexico. So I felt like the niche was very small. And I was right, it is a very small niche for Americans to live and make content in Tijuana, which is the murder capital, cartel capital of the world. So I thought that was a better time than never to start my YouTube channel. Let's talk about the first video. So, American moves to Tijuana. That's how I started my YouTube channel. So when I first started, it was pretty much living, exploring, differences, similarities with Tijuana versus San Diego, right across the border where I lived for a year before that. Pretty soon after that, I realized a lot of my viewers were interested in learning about what it was like to live in Tijuana. And having a real estate background, I know that YouTube is huge for relocation. People are always searching, what's it like to live in this neighborhood? What's it like to live in this city? So they get a lot of their information about whether they want to move somewhere based off of people's YouTube videos, whether it be neighborhood spotlights, residential real estate tours. So I partnered with my real estate partner, Manuel, and we started making video tours of all the different residential complexes in the nice areas. You know, we got New City Residencial, Link Residencial, all the Ottomans towers. We did tours of everything, and pretty soon we started generating a lot of real estate business from the YouTube videos, because I think that I was able to act as kind of a buffer between Mexico, a US person, and the language barrier and real estate, and conducting a real estate transaction with somebody that you know, like, and trust. Think about it. When I would make a 20-minute video and people have watched 2 or 3 of my videos about real estate, they've already spent an hour with me. So it's like, I don't need to interview for the position. So I was getting a lot of real estate leads that way that I was sending them to my email. So for the first 6 months of my YouTube career, that's kind of what I was doing. My channel was based on living in Tijuana, cross-border living, and it slowly phased out of that maybe 6 months down the line. I feel like that was such a niche, but it had a cap to it, if that makes sense. More on that in a second. So I say this because it might be helpful for someone who does YouTube or real estate. At the peak of when these videos were popping, my tours of different buildings, I was getting 1 to 2 leads per day for at least a few months. So if you have a good lead, a lead capture system, or you can dish off leads or delegate leads to someone on your team or yourself, I think that YouTube is huge for relocation, so highly recommend that. At that 5-6 month mark of doing that, I realized that some of my viewers and subscribers were correct. I need to separate the real estate stuff from my personal channel, which is my traveling channel, living in Tijuana experiences channel. So I created a new YouTube channel, Cross Border Living, which is what I plan to do with my move to Mexico City as well. I'm not going to put it on this channel. I'm going to make a separate, I don't know, expats or Americans living in Mexico City type of YouTube channel, because I've learned how powerful it is for YouTube and relocation. So for the first 7 to 8 months, my YouTube really was the Wild West. I was using a shotgun spray method, trying to see what stuck and what didn't stick. Just recently, I did a very deep internal dive into my YouTube, all 100 videos, all the long form videos, and I put them into the top 10 videos and the top 10 worst videos to see what characteristic traits they had in common. And I will share this share them with you right now. All right, flipping my camera around. These are my worst performing videos. As you guys can see, 90 views, 146 views, 4 comments, nothing really going on here. I'm gonna leave them up because I wanna track my progress, and I think it's really cool to see how far I've came. But the point is, with these videos, there's really no point. They're way off niche. This is unboxing my microphones, talking to my friend Thasset about his travel experiences, clips from my failed Ensenada. I'm basically setting myself up for failure. And then these Ciudad de Mexico trips could have potential, but I'm not presenting the video in a way that's engaging. Like, let's move on to, okay, I swapped it around to my best performing videos here. Guys, this getting from Tijuana to San Diego, Playas to Tijuana walking tour, and then all of these real estate tours, plus, do you see these 3 months living in Tijuana, 6 months living in Tijuana? I just made the 1 year one, which is performing very well. I put these all the same characteristic traits that these share with each other are that I'm constantly talking to the camera. Those other ones, there's too much dead audio. There's like, maybe I'll be walking through the museum, but I'm just not talking. So people need, in order for them to watch your YouTube videos, you need to be consistently talking to stimulate them. So these videos right here, this is a tutorial. I'm talking the entire time. These walking tours, I have somebody with me, so I'm talking the whole time. And these, of course, these tours of the residential buildings, I'm explaining what I'm pointing the camera at, so I'm talking the whole time. And these 3 months living in Tijuana, 6 months, I have basically a script that I'm reading off of. And this arrested and hustled by the police, that's like a story time. So guys, you can very clearly see that what does work is when you're consistently talking to the camera. I mean, regardless, I don't know if it has, I'm not too sure if the information has to be interesting, but I think you have to be talking the entire time. If you're just showing a pan of doing a tour and you're just walking and not saying anything, people are gonna lose interest based on what I'm seeing from 1 year worth of video. And guys, it took me a long time to look at my past videos to do that deep dive and see what was working and, more importantly, what was not working. And that's the conclusion I came up with. And you guys, these videos where you're talking to the camera the entire time are the best to gauge your engagement, because if somebody's gonna press subscribe off of a video of you talking the whole time, that means that they like you for you, and it wasn't just a viral video or some kind of one-off video where they may or may not want to even see your upcoming content. If somebody subscribes to my video after watching this, I know that they are there to see me and they appreciate the content I have. So when you make those 3 months living in somewhere, 6 months living in somewhere, or a video where you're consistently talking to the camera, they're subscribing because they liked what you put out. So one challenge I want to talk about with starting a YouTube channel is finding your niche. And not only finding your niche, because living in Tijuana by itself is very, very tight. It's very direct. There's not a lot of people doing it. I think it's a very good niche that you could do as your channel. However, this needs to be something that has a limitless or an unlimited ceiling, and also something that you're passionate about. So those are like the two factors when you are finding something that you want to make your YouTube channel about. I think it should have a very, very open, it's not limiting. You're not limiting yourself. Tijuana, to me, that was limiting myself. I feel like I'm gonna run out of stuff to do here. There's not that much room for growth here for me personally. So I wanted to change my channel from living in Tijuana to exploring the world. Does that sound a little more unlimited than living in Tijuana real estate? See what I'm saying? Also, you have to be passionate about it. Traveling is something I'm passionate about. I don't think I'm ever gonna run out of content. So with those two things, I think that we have a really good shot of growing this channel more than just if I was to say American living in Tijuana. So when I made the change from living in Tijuana to traveling the world, the growth was a little slow. I noticed that I had a lot of my followers were from the Tijuana content. They want to see more Tijuana content. So when I switched it up and went to Mexico City or Guadalajara, the growth was slower. There was less engagement. I think maybe my YouTube algorithm wasn't pushing it to the feed, or people just weren't interested in seeing it. They subscribe because they want to see Tijuana. But trust me, it just takes a little bit of time and consistency. Now, and also looking back at what videos work well and what videos don't work well. And if you study those things and make sure that you stick to a game plan, the traction will come again, and it is. Early on when I started doing my travel vlogs, it was kind of like a walk and talk method. I wasn't continuously talking to the camera. I wasn't educating. I wasn't really studying beforehand. I was kind of just traveling places and then turning the camera around and just filming. I think moving forward, what I plan to do is, well, I know I'm going to do this, is going to be more front-facing stuff where I'm talking to the camera, or if I'm facing the camera the other way, I'm going to be talking the entire time. Educational, interviewing people, talking to people, getting their experiences. I think that is really engaging stuff there. So when I first started, it was a little slower because I was kind of switching from living in Tijuana and showcasing different real estate in different neighborhoods to traveling, and I had to learn how to shift my method of making content. So my last learning lesson, something that I was guilty of, was getting trigger happy with these videos, man. Who do you know after 1 year of being on YouTube has 220 plus videos? And so at that rate, with 220 plus videos, you should have, you know, way more subscribers than I have. But I was excited. I wasn't posting quality. A lot of my videos were you know, just thrown together clips from the weekend, but there was no real premise to it. So, you know, it might be something like weekend in Guadalajara, but there's no real purpose to the video. So unless you like truly want to see someone's like live vicariously through them in their travel vlog, it's not going to be that engaging of a video or keep the viewership or their attention. So what I recommend doing after you get to like the 50 video mark is to really do what I did. See your top performing videos, see your worst performing videos, take your top performing videos, all the best aspects out of those, and repeat and duplicate those videos and make them better. So duplicate and improve those videos that have been working for you in the past. So that's one way to kind of hone your craft there. Also, get on a consistent schedule. Now I'm doing 2 videos per week, Tuesday and Friday, with a short/reel/TikTok preceding the video. So that would be, I guess, 2 videos per week, which would be 104 per year. I'm at 220. Yeah, that's a high quantity. So this year we're focusing on quality over quantity. I think my sweet spot is between 15 to 25 minutes, 20-minute range. That seems to be a good performing video. It's not too short. It shows like I'm putting effort into it, but it's not gonna take over someone's entire weekend. So I like doing the reels, the shorts, the TikToks, because it's supposed to be a teaser of the upcoming video, and it's pushing people towards your YouTube page. And those get put into a different type of feed to where you can get a lot of views very fast, and each platform is different, but it's good because you can get a lot more subscribers and viewership on your videos. And if something does take off, which they randomly do, it's good to have those people on there. So I'm gonna focus on longer form content as the majority of my videos, and this is gonna require writing scripts, practicing, studying, and overall spending more time in front of the camera versus just randomly throwing up clips. Okay guys, before we get to the monetization numbers, I truly want to say thank you to all my subscribers, old and new. I think we've been growing pretty fast the last couple weeks after I did my little deep dive analysis. Anything you guys can do to help means a lot. A thumbs up on the videos, leaving a comment. If you haven't already, subscribing. Everything means a lot to me. I see the numbers. I'm constantly analyzing my video and what I can do to improve. If you guys truly want to show some more support, there are a couple options I have. Joining my channel as a member. I have it listed for $9 a month. It's on your desktop. It's next to the subscribe button. If you want to do a one-time donation, anything go to the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Anything, even $1.50 would be awesome. You know, that really does mean a lot, guys, and it's all good. The money's going to go right back into making the videos for you guys. So another thing is, I want to know what your guys' favorite moments over the past year were. If you have anything, put them in the comments, as well as stuff that you'd like to see in upcoming videos. I will be living in Mexico City. If you guys have recommendations on stuff I need to do, put it in the comments. All right, let's talk YouTube monetization. First of all, let's talk about how you get monetized on YouTube. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on your long form videos. If you do shorts, the videos that are less than a minute long, the vertical ones, it's a different set of qualifications, but let's focus on the moneymaker, which is these long form videos. I got my 1,000 subscribers first before I got the 4,000 watch hours. So as soon as I got the 1,000 subscribers, I started pushing out videos because I was trying to get get them up. I mean, nowadays, if you ask me to get 4,000 watch hours, I can get that in a week, I'm sure. But it did take that. So I started in December, and I was monetized by July. So what is that, 7, 8 months? So it did take a little bit of time. And let's talk about how you actually calculate how much you're gonna get paid based on your views. It's by views. So YouTube gives you a thing and a number, and you can see it when you click on the Earn tab in your studio, and it's called CPM, which is your cost per mil. And it's basically how much they pay you for every 1,000, this is the important part, 1,000 qualified views. And a qualified view is somebody who gets the ads. And for me, on average, what it seems like from my calculations, my percent of views that are qualified is like 40%. So if my cost per mil, meaning how much it costs the advertisers per 1,000 views, is $15, I get $15 for every 1,000 views, but they have to be the qualified views. So check this out. If I'm calculating that only 40% of my views are qualified, only 400 out of that 1,000 I would get paid on. And when YouTube pays you out, they're taking 45%. So it's 45% so we start with $15, only 40% of those are gonna get paid on. And of those 40%, I'm getting 55%. So take 45% out of that 40%. For example, let's start from the top. My cost per mil is $15. Of that $15, we're gonna immediately only look at 40% of that, which is $6. And then of that $6, YouTube is taking 45%. So we're gonna leave myself with the 55%. And we can see that per 1,000 views, I'm earning $3.33. So what does that mean? How many views am I getting? Let's check this out. This is what a CPM of $15 and a qualified viewership of 40%, which that number can change based on what videos there are and who your advertisers are, but that's what it seems like my average is. So every 1,000 views looks like I'm getting $3.33 after YouTube's cut. Now let's take a look at my numbers. And you guys, these are things that they don't immediately share with you until you break down the numbers, and I wonder why it says I'm getting paid $15 per 1,000 views, and I have 2,000 views, and I'm only getting $6.66. See what I'm talking about? All right, guys, here is my lifetime. It starts here. This is the revenue tab. This is my lifetime. So as you guys can see, it ranges on a day between, I'd say, what, $3 and $5 is what it ranges. Maybe $2 and $5 what the range is normally these last 7 days here, because I think there is a general uptick here. What do we got? 721, 536. Those are the last 2 days. Before that, 179. So guys, I've noticed that there is an uptick in the amount of money I'm making now versus earlier. I'm gonna need a larger sample size, so give this another few months with my new talking to the camera strategy, and we'll see where that's at. So these guys right here, do you see this big uptick where it was $102 right there? Okay, here's one right here. This $54 uptick was because somebody donated $100 on a super thanks, and YouTube takes 50% of the super thanks. Guys, if you want to send me money, I appreciate you, but do it through either the subscription base where it's $9 a month, or the buy me a coffee thing, because dude, 50% of donations is crazy, YouTube. So this was actually two $100 donations. That was a $100 donation, and that was a $100 donation. So $400 in total donations. YouTube took $200 of that. So if we take the $200 super thanks out of here, it looks like my total revenue is $717, and that's since July. So we have July, August, September, October, November, December, 6 months, in January, so 7 months. I'm averaging about $100 to $115 per month right now. Guys, I don't know how to set a goal for this other than the fact I'm going to post more quality content, because it really does stack over time. So we're gonna touch base on this maybe again when I hit 5,000 subscribers, maybe a 6 month, maybe 6 months from now, or just the next year. That'd actually be really, really eye-opening to see the year-over-year growth in revenue. All right. there you have it, guys. That's my 1 year reflection on YouTube. I hope you found at least something of value in that video. Like I said, guys, leave a comment, leave suggestions, whatever you have for me. We got tons of Mexico City content coming forward. If there's anything I can do to help somebody on their YouTube, how to get started, let me know. If you just need motivation, I mean, I can kick you in the butt, but I don't want to get on you like that. So, all right, guys, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.